So, my name is Mark Zacharia. As Tina told you, I have the privilege of performing all over the country, doing some hypnosis, doing some mind reading. We're going to see what we get you guys involved with over here today. In New York, I've been performing for about 26 years now, and I know a little bit about a lot of people. And when Tina was telling me about how much fun you guys were, I've written down a couple of notes about what I might anticipate, the crew that I might see over here. And then I realized, you know what, the best way to get to know people is just to ask them. But you have to ask them the right questions. So, with that in mind, I'm going to get a couple of people to help me over here. Most of you won't be coming up. Some of you will. I hope that you will be willing to volunteer yourself to come up, participate. The more personal you make this, the more of an impression this type of performance can have on you. I'm going to start simple. You know, animal, vegetable, mineral types of questions, just to kind of warm up. Young lady over here in the black sweater. What's your first name? Okay, say it again.
Carcilia.
Carcilia. You have your spokesman for you here. I like that, Carcilia. Carcilia, name an animal for me. Not a cat or a dog or a horse. Everybody names those. Any animal. A monkey. Why does that always get a laugh? I don't know, but that always gets a laugh. I like that. So a monkey. Would you point to somebody across the room at another table, ideally somebody who you might not necessarily know that well, because we're going to surprise somebody to answer my next question. And the reason I do this is you have no idea who's going to be selected, right? I didn't come out to you ahead of time and ask you guys to secretly give me the best answers, right? Because you guys could verify that at the end of this. So Cassie, could you pick somebody else? You can say the young lady in the blue and yellow, or the young lady in the black sweater, anybody who you shout out. Louder. Yeah, shout out somebody from this side of the room. From this side of the room, guys. From this side. Aquí, no ahí. Where's Marie? Where's Marie? Where's Marie? Marie, wave to me, Marie. Marie, hello, Marie. How are you, Marie? Name a fruit or a vegetable for me. Not an apple or a carrot or a banana or a tomato. Everybody names those.
Name of vegetable?
Yeah, well,
Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts. I just heard two people say, "Oh, I have to add that to my shopping." Okay. Marie, would you point to perhaps a gentleman who will have easy access to me over here? You could, and again, if you don't know them by name, you can say the gentleman in the gray sweater, the gentleman in the checked shirt, the gentleman in the blue and white. Who would you? The gentleman right there. Hello, gentleman right there. What is your first name?
Doug.
Doug. Doug. Boxers or briefs?
I don't know what.
No, sir. It has nothing to do with this. The people over here were asking, maybe an early holiday gift. I don't know, sir.
That would be shocking.
Go ahead, sir. What do you think? Boxers or briefs, sir?
Choose briefs.
Briefs today. Briefs today. I respect that more than you know, sir. Okay. And we learned a little bit more about Doug, didn't we? That's perfect. Can we give Doug a round of applause? Doug, do you mind coming up here and joining me for a moment, please? If you wear reading glasses, I'm going to ask you to bring that. Oh, no harm will come.
No.
Give him a round of applause. Thank you for joining me, sir. I'll take your hand. I'm going to bring you to this side. Here's your magic side right over here. Now, I think I told you that I do have the opportunity, you're going to verify what we wrote over here. I have the opportunity to perform all over the country. I've been doing this for more than a quarter of a century. And I did make some notes over here. If you don't mind, I'm just going to ask you, just reach right inside here. Will you grab the stationery that's right inside there? And I'm going to ask you to open that all the way up. You'll see that it's folded down all the way. So you're going to want to fold that, unfold that all the way. And I'm going to step you right next to the microphone over here, and in a nice loud voice into the microphone, can you read the handwritten sentence that starts at the top?
You will believe in magic.
That's not handwritten, but good for you, sir. No, don't blame him. He's having a good time over here.
I expect to meet a lot of interesting people at the Plainsboro Senior Club.
Which certainly you guys have been demonstrating so far. A round of applause for you for being so interesting. Next line, sir.
One will think of monkeys.
We'll think of monkeys. Cassie, that was you. You were thinking of monkeys, right?
Another will select Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts. That was you, right?
Yes.
I'm late to the game with Brussels sprouts, but I eat them. Okay.
And a third wearing a sweater would definitely prefer
Wearing a sweater. Read it again.
Would definitely, third wearing a sweater will definitely prefer briefs.
Ladies and gentlemen. Give yourselves a round of applause. I really want to do this. I really want to get as many people as possible involved in something like this. You guys were kind enough before the start of the show to share some information with me in the hat. I asked you to put 3 bits of information on a piece of paper. I intentionally didn't ask your name because I said I want you to write your name on a sheet of paper. I said, please put some information about you that I couldn't possibly know, and put a question that might be important to you in here. And then I said, please seal it in the envelope and put it into this hat, which you did. I do want to tell you a little bit about the hat. I don't know if you noticed it or not. This is the NYU commencement ceremony hat. This was the graduation hat from 2016. This was my son's graduation hat when he graduated college. Instead of the typical mortarboard, they had the baseball hats because they were graduated on Yankee Stadium, on the field at Yankee Stadium, and they were pronounced graduates, and they took the hat and they threw it in the air. I clambered down to the field to get this. This was my son's hat. Yeah, this hat cost me $270,000. You'd have done the same thing. So I asked you to put some information in here that I thought might be challenging for me to get, but personal enough for you so that you would recognize this. I told you of the questions that you could have written here, by the way, I said, please don't ask me what the winning lottery numbers are or something like that, because that's not something I'm going to tell you. Okay, completely random, let's get, I'm going to dig right down in the middle. You guys are kind enough not to write anything on the outside here. This belongs to a male. Get a little music going on over here. This belongs to a male. Initials. BD. BD. Is there a BD? You maybe yeah, BD. Bob. Is there a BD first name? Is there? Yes. Is that you, sir? Are you BD? Are those your initials? First name Bob? Think of your last name. Don't say your last name out loud. Just think of your last name. It's first letter D. 3. I'm getting tush at the end. Dillitush? Is that right? Bob Dillitush? Bob, you want me to know what kind of car you had as a kid. Is that right? You want me to know what kind of car you had as a kid. Is that right? It's a classic, sir. And tell me if I have this right. Seriously, did you have a Model T?
Did you have a Model T?
Yes.
Yes? I gotta see this guy's handwriting, because that also tells us something, right? The handwriting always reveals a little something. This is so good. Let's learn a little bit more about Bob here. Bob writes in all capital letters. Bob, you have a hard time prioritizing things, don't you? Everything's important, is that right? Yeah, okay, yeah, you can always tell that by somebody's handwriting over here. Okay. Let me get another one, random over here, right? Nothing over here. This belongs to a female. Initials A. S. A-S?
Yeah.
Is that A-S?
Yes.
And you want me to know something about you? First of all, you're very much a family person. Family is important to you, but I don't just mean family like human beings. I mean pets are important to you too. Is that a fair comment?
No, I don't have any pets.
You don't have a pet?
Yes,
Over here.
you have two eggs.
Oh, do I have another A-S? Are you? Is your first name Ann?
Yes.
I told you that.
Ann, I got 100 people over here and work with me. You have a pet.
I do.
A dog? Is that, yes, that's, but you also want me to know something personal about you. About your eyes. What do you want me to know about your eyes? You want me to know, she's closing her eyes. You want me to know that your eyes are brown? Is that exactly what you want me to know?
Wow.
Yeah, give her a round of applause. Let's see what her handwriting is. And
Is that my question?
Anne does not want me to know her last name, so she only put her last initial over here. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. And you, there's a playful side to you. Is that a fair comment? Do people know you as a playful kind of person? It's not something you kind of wear on your sleeve, but there's a certain element of playfulness about you. That's what handwriting like this suggests, yes? Okay. Let's try another one. Woman. First name. No, it's not Mary. Is it Marie? There's a Marie in the room? Is there more than one Marie in the room?
Where did she go? She's not in the room.
Marie's not in the room. Marie has left the building. Marie is officially freaked out by what we're doing over here. What's that? I got Marie. I'm getting the last initial M. That's the Marie who left?
She's coming back.
Oh, you're here?
She's coming back.
I got no time for her to be in the bathroom. All right. Marie, what does Marie want? Marie, Marie states the obvious. Marie states the obvious. Marie wants me to know that there are something about the table. Who's sitting at Marie's table? You guys sitting at Marie's table? She wants me to know that there's candy at your table. Is Marie a big candy eater? Is that important to Marie? Marie, you were a hit. Everybody knows Marie. And yeah, Marie also big sense of humor. Big, you write big letters over here, right? Okay, very good. I got time for one. Let me do one more here. Let's grab one more. This is a male. I'm getting a lot of names here. Last name Cohen. Is that you, sir?
Yes.
Oh, he is.
Think of your first name.
I know it.
I know you know it. I'm trying to. First letter. Just the first letter of the first name. H? Because I'm getting H again. Is that? Did you include your middle name? You gave me a full name. Oh, God bless you, sir. So it's Harvey. Not Harry. It's Harvey. I was going to say Howie, but that's wrong. It's Howard. Harvey Howard.
Very good.
Is that good?
That is perfect.
You have You have a big question. You don't have one of these tiny questions like, what's the next car I'm going to get? You got a big, fat, honking question. Big religious question. That's the sense that I'm getting over here. You want to know if there's a God. The best way to answer that is everybody gets to answer that for himself. So I'm going to let you answer that and tell everybody on the way out. There's going to be one line. Harvey Howard's going to answer that for everybody. He's going to tell you exactly what God looks like. Round of applause for all you guys who helped me over here.